Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of The Pulse. We only have 38 items, so I think it is going to be a quick one today. So, we're going to go ahead and start in the category of in development, and I'm going to pass it to my good buddy Tom.
Well, good. I'm also going to try to fill Adam's spot as the resident geek nerd because he's not going
Woo!
to join us today. So, yeah, I may be reading a little bit here. But fortunately, in this particular one, there's not too much on the geeky side. The main one that they have in the in development side is for Microsoft Compliance Center. You're now going to have information governance retention policies for SharePoint teams for private channels. So basically, the update is going to enable you to add an organization-wide retention policy on Teams private channel messages, which again, if you're trying to do retention for messages, this was a gap that really needed to be taken care of. So that's a good thing. The other thing that I will mention, which isn't on the Adam's missing geeky side, and that is in Microsoft Teams, paging on the video gallery for the web. So if you're in a Teams environment in a meeting and you've got more than the amount of items that will show on the screen based on whatever your device configuration is or things like that, they're now going to allow you to scroll through the videos that are being shown. So I'm kind of looking at going, yeah, but how many people obviously show their videos? In my case, very few people do. Most of the time, I also don't have a 100-person video or a conference going on that is going to allow 98 people to share their things and I run out of space. But anyway, for those who have larger meetings and people share videos and stuff, you're not going to be able to scroll on the gallery. So that's a good thing.
All
Great.
right. Well, Tamara, what do you see in rolling out, or I'm sorry, in development
In
that
development.
you would like to chat through?
Informs the correct answer choice in Teams meeting forms polls for GCC is rolling out. That means that this new feature introduces correct answer choices to polls within Teams meetings and will roll out across Microsoft Teams desktop, mobile, and web. And the new update will make poll creation a lot easier and gives the presenter control of their meeting experience.
Nice.
So that's nice.
And that's in development. Yep. In development.
In development, not until August 21. Not August 21, but August the year 21. I did that the other day and somebody's like, on the 21st, that's really specific. And then live transcripts available in languages in Teams meetings on the web. So live transcript is now, will be available in September, available in all available languages for web users of Teams meetings. That's coming in September. That's the standard multi-tenant.
Cool.
So those are the two that I'm excited about.
Yeah, I've still been waiting for that correct answer one to show up in our tenant that isn't obviously GCC, GCC High, or DoD. So I'm looking forward to that one showing up. Still haven't seen it yet, though.
Yeah. In development for DoD and GCC High is the Windows 10 native notifications. So you can choose the style of your notifications built in Teams or Windows native notifications. That's in development now for GCC High and DoD. And also the chat preview notification settings. So users can change the settings and manage preview notifications for Teams. That's in development for GCC High and DoD. Those are going to be features that have already been rolling out into the enterprise cloud and GCC, but now they're in development for GCC High and DoD. So I'm happy to see those in development. That means they're coming soon to a cloud near you, if you're in to GCC High and DoD. So Tamara and I, world, they're coming soon, coming soon. All right, guys, anything else in development that we want to chat through? Nope.
Nope, I think we're good.
Nope.
All right. Well, in rolling out, Tom, get us going through rolling out. What is in rolling out?
I'm going to have to make a very slight apologies because what I said in the geeky thing for that was in development, I did not happen to notice that that only pertains to GCC, GCC High, and DoD.
Oh,
And the reason I make that statement, because in rolling out, that exact same feature is going out to standard worldwide clients. So if you really like the sound of that, pretty soon if you're in GCC, GCC High, or DoD, you will have it. But if you're in just a regular tenant, you should be seeing that coming soon to a tenant near you. It said July of 2021. We're getting towards the end of it, so it could be any day now. The only other thing that I will go ahead and mention, because I love this feature if it shows up, because it reminds me of my old Lotus Notes days, and that is the SharePoint collapsible sections on modern pages. Basically, as you put sections on there, you're going to be able to designate them as collapsible. So you can have it open with them either collapsed or expanded. But it's really nice if you have a bunch of sections on the page and you just want to have the one-line titles there, and then they can go down and expand the area that they need. Awesome usability, awesome way to get more real estate on the screen. Looking forward to that one coming out as soon as possible.
I am excited about Microsoft Search. Specifically, find a meeting recording based on what was said. I am so excited because I'll remember what somebody said. I can't remember when the meeting was, but I'm like, somebody said XYZ. So now for a team meeting that was recorded to OneDrive and SharePoint and was also transcribed live during the meeting, you can now search in Microsoft Search to find the meeting recording file based on the transcript. I think that's pretty spiffy and new agey.
Well, and it's cool too for somebody like yourself who may be doing 2 or 3 meetings a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be really hard to say, was that my Ask Me Anything this morning, or was that, a training session 2 days ago? Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense for you.
Very excited.
Yep. A couple of things. I think this one is very, very exciting for teachers. Teachers, can I get an amen? It's coming in August. It's rolling out. It's rolling out July and August. Canvas and Blackboard. This is very exciting. Microsoft Teams, LTI application for educational learning management systems, which basically means if you have Blackboard and Canvas classes, you're going to be able to better integrate with them into Teams. Can I get an amen? Because I have a child that has Teams and they have Canvas courses, and it is, I just don't want to explain to this child anymore, is he in Canvas or Teams? Nor as a parent do I want to figure out, am I in Canvas or am I in Teams? I don't care. I just want to know where to click. So the better they can integrate, the happier this mama will be. So thank you, Microsoft. So very excited about that rolling out. So coming to a school near you, which by the way, school starts 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's crazy. I think my kid just came around the corner and looked because I was talking about Canvas and Teams. So
I know those words, Mom.
yeah, exactly. All right. And then also live captions for Teams, live events in GCCH and DoD. That's also rolling out. So excited to see that as well. And I think, does that take us through everything that's in rolling out?
Pretty much. It was a small section this time.
All right, let's get to launched, and we'll go with Tamara first because I haven't called on her first in a long time. So Tamara, woohoo! What has launched in the cloud that we shall talk about?
Designer in Word for the web. So Designer in Word for the web helps you make your documents look and feel consistent by understanding the different document constructs and intents. In addition, by providing a variety of document styles that you can quickly change the look and feel of your document. So I think this is great, especially if you're writing a long document where you have a lot of headers and a lot of subheads. It'll be great to have that consistency throughout the document in case you didn't start that way. You can use this design tool to end that way.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to go?
No.
You want to go?
No. I will sit here and be quiet.
In GCC High, and I think DoD, let me look here. No, just GCC High. The manage meeting options for GCC High, organizers will now be able to modify their user experience or customize the safety and security settings for their new meetings using the meeting options features. So this is big in GCC High because you can control who's in the lobby, who are presenters. You can control whether or not people can unmute themselves in a meeting. So I think that's very exciting. That launched April of this year in GCC High. I'll be excited to see it in DoD. Now I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go forward here. The thing with launched is we've talked about many of these things, numerous times over the last few months. But a couple that should actually be in your tenant now that you might want to take a look for, and that is Microsoft Teams live transcription with speaker attribution. That's being rolled out to additional SKUs. So, if you were E5, that was great. E3 probably, no problem. But if you were in some of the other less popular SKUs, this wasn't a feature that you had access to. Well, now that it's all launched, you are going to find this feature in Office 365 E1, Office 365 A1, Office 365, Microsoft 365 A3, same thing for A5, Microsoft 365 F1, Office 365, Microsoft 365 F3, and the Microsoft 365 Business Basic SKUs. So again, if that whole speaker attribution transcript thing was something that you kind of lusted over, but unfortunately you weren't paying the big bucks for the big licenses, there's a really good chance it's now going to affect your particular client, which is great. The other thing, which I think is really kind of cool, especially for people who like to present on the go using iPhones, Android devices, or iPads, is you now have the option to share device audio on those. This is something that came to the computer some time back. But again, if you were trying to use iPads, which executives seem to love to do that, if you were trying to show an audio or a video or something, you could maybe stream the video, but they weren't going to get the audio off of it. Well, now you're going to be able to do the same type of things that you could do if you were sharing from your laptop or something like that. So again, if you want to get the sound from a video or an audio file coming across your iPad and have it show up in your presentation, that should now be available to you, and that's in worldwide rollout and also GCC.
Very excited about that.
Yeah. I think that is all really that's there.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else that was woohoo.
Burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. The last thing then for canceled is Exchange Scheduler for Microsoft 365. Scheduler is a new service for Microsoft 365 that allows Cortana to schedule your meetings by negotiating a time that works for you with people inside or outside your organization. Scheduler will be available in English only. This is a duplicate and is being removed from the roadmap. So really, that doesn't mean anything that it's canceled. It was just in there twice. So no biggie on that one. So that is really it for this week's roadmap. So
That was fast.
yeah, this one was a fast one, fast and furious. Oops, we don't have rights to say that. But anyway, no, this was a good one. I think we're seeing lots of traction. I did expect a big roadmap cleanup, but there just isn't one. I think they've done a really good job this year of keeping it active and going with the flow, getting things going. So lots of good changes here. So I think just slow and steady, we're keeping at it. So good stuff here. So I guess we will be back. We will be back next week with another update, another set of updates. So we will see you on the flip side. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.